Okay, so here we are for the battle for the playoff quarterfinals of the UPA. We're going up against Jayvee and his Atlanta Victinis and his terrifying team that beat us 2-0 in the regular season. We have built different this time. Hopefully we're also built different. But we're going to press A. We're going to get straight into this. Make sure to go and show my opponent some love. He's a really great guy. Honestly, one of the nicest guys in the community. And he brings a wildly different team to what I was expecting. No Araquanid is kind of nice though. Brings a Noivern. I'm very happy that I brought Assault Vest Gardevoir for this game, because that's actually really nice. I mean, he can lead off with Jolteon. If he leads off Jolteon, I can kind of just go into my Gardevoir. I could also just lead off with Gardevoir. It actually has a fantastic matchup against a lot of things on his team. Do I want to lead? Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, my opponent Jayvee is just really nice guy, fantastic battler as well. He's really been doing like fantastic things in the recent seasons. I've seen he's got to the finals of IBA, in which he actually went undefeated the entire season until the finals. And I won't give away the result of the final game that he played, but yeah, he went through that season without losing a single game. So that's like, you can just tell what kind of battler he is. We're going to press A. We're going to get into this. Good luck. Have fun to my opponent. And yeah, hopefully this one's a nice clean one. Don't want any hacks in playoffs, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If we see a Tapu Lele lead, that's probably the worst case scenario, I would say. I actually don't have my calcs up. Let me just get my calcs. These are from EJ, which is actually fine. Like, that is actually just great for me. He does not have a Moonblast switch in particularly, so being able to trace that is really nice. I could also just go for a Shadow Ball. He could go for Shadow Ball himself. Let's just have a quick look. Gardevoir versus potential like Choice Specs Jolteon, I guess. Choice Specs does a good amount. We actually don't gain a lot back. Don't get a lot back at all from Draining Kiss. So I think I just want to go for the Moonblast. Can definitely go for a Shadow Ball. Goes for the Light Screen. Okay, interesting. So he's like a dual screens Jolteon, which is interesting, definitely. That does a good amount of damage, so I don't think that he has got much investment. That looks about the right amount, to be honest. Does he have anything that's... I'm kind of happy just clicking Moonblast. He could have the Shadow Ball, but now I know he's not Specs. It's not too much of an issue. The Toxic is an issue, though. That's annoying. Yeah, that's a little frustrating. But I don't have amazing switch-ins to this outside. If he's not Specs, how well does the rest of my team switch in? Like, honestly, my only other switch in is Center Scorch, and it does actually do a pretty good job of switching into this. So I'm actually going to go to my Center Scorch here. It is my designated switch into Victini. I think Victini is his bring in here. Yeah, Jayvee, that's the Victini. Which is actually not a bad situation for us. Not a bad situation at all, because if we Fire Lash here, we're actually in a good spot. Like a really nice spot. So yeah, I'm just going to Fire Lash on this turn. He doesn't really have many things that want to switch into this. And he may just decide that he's going to stay in. But Fire Lash should be able to put it in range of knockoff on the next turn. But yeah, like I say, he doesn't have the greatest switch into this. Just going to click U-turn. That's fine. That's not banded. I'm pretty sure that's not a banded U-turn by any means. What does he go into here? What does he want to take this Fire Lash? Boomin'? That's, yeah, that's fair. Could have gone for a knockoff and that would have been actually really nice. But he's going to see our Boots. He didn't bring rocks at all this week, so Boots was a little bit of a waste. We could have brought like an Ockerberry or something. But I am fairly happy just to... Oh, it's a Jetpack. Okay. What does he want to bring in on this? Like, that was probably his best thing to bring in on this. So I'll be interested to see. Maybe he brings in the Jolteon and just goes for the Reflect. That's entirely possible. But like, Jolteon really doesn't want to take that hit. EJ is, yeah, the Jolteon, so I'm assuming the Reflect is going to come out here. I mean, Fire Lash with the Reflect up, doing a good amount of damage. Certainly doing a good amount. Just going to go for the Volt Switch, this is fine. Again, I just get to quick Fire Lash on whatever comes out. You may also just go into Victini. But we've seen that it doesn't... Okay, he just goes back into the Noivern again. Potentially is just going to click the U-turn. But I think the Scent Scorch is enough of an issue for him that he may just want to attack it. I think he may want to attack it. I mean, my switch in is very obvious, but at the same time, I don't see a reason not to. He doesn't necessarily deal with this set particularly well. Did it look like physical or special on Victini there? Like, it could very well be Choice Scarf. Could very well be Choice Scarf. We actually take a hit from Scarf fairly well on our Scent Scorch. Just goes for Hurricane. We should chew this, we are AV. I say chew this, we do not chew it particularly well, that's a crit, okay. That makes some sense. And he gets the confusion, unlucky, you hate to see it. But yeah, if we can break through, then we're not in a terrible spot by any means. I just want to click the Draining Kiss, I want to get a little bit of health back. So he's just going to click the U-turn, we should be able to take this just fine. It's annoying that our Gardevoir is being worn down so quickly, but it is what it is. We have other ways of winning this game. It just goes out into Victini. Again, I could have predicted that. Hopefully we don't hit ourselves in confusion. We don't, so we are able to get a little bit of damage off on this. And that actually ensures that we are able to do what we need to do with our Scent Scorch. The question is, do we want to switch Scent Scorch in? What health are we at on it? 131. 65, we do not want to switch it in. We want to bring it in afterwards. So, do we have to let this go down? It's a little bit of annoyance if it has to go down because, you know, Jolteon is a little bit scary. I think getting Duraludon in early could be huge in this game because he hasn't brought Sork. So actually getting Duraludon in early is going to be massive. I could arguably bring it in on this. I think he just goes for the U-turn. I think he just goes for the U-turn, but at the same time, like if he goes for Bolt Strike, we are taking so much damage on our Scent Scorch. And I think there's nothing we can really do about this. I mean, we can heal up later. Could also just go into our Quillfish, because our Quillfish is like surplus to requirements. You know what? I think I just let this go down. It's taking a lot of time. Yeah, he goes for Bolt Strike, so realistically we just didn't have a good switch into that. Like, we didn't have a good switch in at all. We could have preserved this a bit better, but it is what it is. Light Screen wears off, which is really nice for us. Do I want to go into... I could go into my Quillfish and just set up Toxic Spikes. I could also just go for the safer play. I could also go into Duraludon and just start clicking buttons, but do I lose... I shouldn't lose to Rilla later on. Yeah, I'm going to bring this in now. Now that the light screen's gone, I think this is arguably the time for it. Duraludon, we do take a lot of damage from V-Create, so I don't know if I can get the Metal Sound off. Do we take that into when we're in Dynamax? 34. I mean, we should be able to. Yeah, we should be able to at +1. We're doing a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. If he stays in, just clicks recreate, then that's a good play. But I think this is my way of kind of dealing with this. Yeah, he's going to see my throat spray, but he's going to see it now anyway. So yeah, we're going to Metal Sound this. And then we just Dynamax, and we click our Gmax move. I think we go for the Flash Cannon against Noivern. Noivern. I mean, there's no reason why this shouldn't kill at all. We might take a good chunk of damage in return, but yeah, there's no reason why this shouldn't just kill. And getting rid of Noivern is quite nice for our Center Scorch. Center Scorch has got a decent matchup. As long as we preserve our Torn for the Rillaboom, I think we're always in a decent enough position. Draco doesn't do half, which is good. Potentially Specs. If it Specs Lele, then it does just knock us out. Yeah, we're going to take out the Noivern. I guess we'll see whether or not it's like Tapu Lele is Specs. As my headset's actually dying. That's super unfortunate. I do quite like having the music on, so that would suck. 50. I mean, Moonblast looks like a roll to knock us out. It does look like a roll. I could have invested a little bit more into special defense. Like in hindsight, I think putting more Spadef in was more beneficial than defense, but you know, it is what it is. We will effectively be able to knock out anything though, unless it's Specs. It goes into EJ, so you can actually set up a light screen on this turn. I'm just going to go for the max depletion. I think that should still knock out Jolteon. I want to say it still knocks it out through light screen. 61 to 72, yeah, that looks like it should knock it out. Unless it is actually bulkier than I thought it was. Oh man, it lives on 1. You hate to see it. You really do. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot I can really do in this situation. I just gotta go for the Steel Spike. Yeah, it sets up the Reflect. I mean, at least Tapu Fini shouldn't be able to set up against. Tapu Lele even shouldn't be able to set up against this set. The Rhydon's done its job, so whatever comes in, I think I can just let it go. It's got to be the Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele is the only thing that makes sense. And he has actually just kind of sacked his resists to Steel type moves. If he goes into Victini on, yeah, it does go into Tapu Lele. That was kind of to be expected. And if this is like a weakness policy set, it's not necessarily game, but it's going to be close to. At least it won't be able to raise its speed. But yeah, this should always just knock us out. Should always knock us out in non-Dynamax form. Tapu Lele. Unless he goes for Psychic. I don't think he will go for Psychic here though. I think he always just goes for the Moonblast, yep. That should knock me out. There's no reason why that shouldn't. Yeah. Unfortunately we don't gain much information from it. But it is what it is. I could go into Center Scorch and try and Scout. But honestly I think going into my going into this and just clicking like Toxic Spike would be really handy, but I think Steel Roller is the play. Just on like, because he may think that I'm just expecting this to be Specs, and it potentially could be just like Expert Belt or something like that. If that's the case, then I'm clicking Steel Roller. I don't think he will expect this. He does withdraw, that sucks. So we could have clicked Toxic Spike. Does go into the Victini as well. That's annoying. But we're still going to Steel Roller, we're still going to get rid of that terrain. But he knows full well we got that now. And I could Taunt. There's not a lot he can set up with here. I think Toxic Spikes might just be better for the long term. So yeah, I'm going to click Toxic Spike. I kind of wish I clicked Toxic Spike on that turn before, but I think that pretty much just proves that he is choiced. As we are going to be able to get our Toxic Spike up. At least get... I swear. Bruh, what is that turn? We don't get the Toxic Spike up because... You hate to see that. Unfortunate, but... Oh well. I'm just going to click Protect. On the off chance that he isn't choice locked. And we get to scout whether or not he is actually choiced here. I think he is. I think he is choice locked. And if that's the case, do we have any realistic way of dealing with it? I don't believe we do. I think Toxic Spike here is the play. Toxic Spike would be incredible. Okay, we avoid. And we get to... Okay, that's a wild set of plays that has just happened there. So we get a Toxic Spike up in the end. I'm going to go for it again, on the off chance that he somehow misses 2. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I think that worked out kind of okay for everyone. He goes for Bolt Strike. He does hit this one. Okay. And, like, honestly, Center Scorch seems pretty good here. I'm quite happy to go into Center Scorch. Light Screen wears off. He's not going to have that for the rest of the game. How well does my Urshifu take this? Can I go into Urshi? Victini, Scarf. Bolt Strike does not do a lot to us at all. So I'm going to actually go into my Urshifu, and I'm going to click Sub. And then we're going to start bulking up. If he stays in, he will break the sub, but I don't expect him to stay in. So he does go into the Mandibuzz. If this has Whirlwind or something, then we obviously can't set up on it. But we are going to be able to set up a sub, and we are going to be able to click bulk up on this next turn. I'm going to go to Mandibuzz. Defensive. Like Brave Bird. Okay, so we're kind of fine for time at the moment. Brave Bird, if I get up to +1. Get to +2. +2, we can start doing some stuff. +1, we actually will do a KO with Stone Edge. If he has Whirlwind and has prepped for the sub bulk up set, then that is amazing prep, and I can't be mad. Defog, okay. So he gets rid of the spikes, but we actually get a bulk up for free. And I will definitely take that. I can actually go for a second one. Does Victini break my sub? Victini. Does this break my sub? Am I at +2? It does still break my sub, that kind of sucks. I think Stone Edging is my play. I think I Stone Edge here. Because if he goes into Victini, then it becomes a problem. And that should do it KO. Yeah. If he has Brave Bird, then of course that breaks my sub as well. U-turn, that's not breaking my sub. And I can literally Wicked Blow on anything on his team now. Right, I'm at +1. I was gonna say he has to kind of go into Rillaboom and just Gmax. At +1, it's still taking a good amount of damage. I could also just repeatedly sub to use up his Gmax, because I've got so much. Going for me here. I could definitely do that. I think the damage is actually kind of crucial though. I would like to get that damage off. I don't get much of a chance to sub again. I'm going to click sub once. Just see what he wants to go for. Okay, he is going to Gmax. So I can just sub 3 times. And then when he's out of is Gmax. We have a chance to knock it out. I do wish I had a little bit more attack investment though. But it does mean that it's a more... Oh, we actually outspeed. Oh, I am not in a... I fucked up. I did a dumb. Why did I think I didn't outspeed? Yeah. Okay, so that's the worst case scenario. He does get a free airstream off. And I think we lose now, because I misplayed. I think that's entirely possible. Yeah. I don't... That was a terrible play. Terrible play. Torn... I've got to bring in Torn after somebody dies. And I think it's got to be... Yeah. That was a horrible misplay. Horrible misplay. If I lose because of that, I deserve it. Honestly, I deserve it, because I had this game in a pretty good spot. Just go for next airstream again. Yeah, I don't know if we can win this game now. I don't think we can. But regardless, like, if I had Wicked Blows there, I win. I don't know why I clicked sub. I don't win, but it makes it a lot easier for me. So yeah, now a lot of pressure on Torn. I just lose to Tapu Lele after this. So yeah, that is going to be game. Maybe I should have sacked off my Urshifu. That would have been a better play again. I mean, I can sub stall this out, and then that's got to be my play. Is sub-stalling this for one turn, and then clicking Hurricane on the next. Right, that's got to be my play. Gmax drum solo. Still breaking my sub. Right, no matter which way you swing it, it's breaking my sub. I'm at +1 defense on this. Depending on what he's got, actually, he might not be able to break my sub. Acrobatics. I think I sub again. Depending on what he's got, he actually can't break my sub. So if he attacks me here, we're in a much better place. Yeah. So let's see if we can break my sub here. Bulk up. Bulk up +1 Grassy Glide will probably break my sub. Yeah, it will. Unfortunate. Actually, he doesn't have. It doesn't have Grassy Train anymore. So why is that doing more? Why is that suddenly doing more outside of Grassy Train? Oh, because. Okay, no wait, I'm being dumb. I'm being a dumb. Yeah, I just click Hurricane, Grassy Glide. This will break my sub. Never mind. And we're gonna miss Hurricane. That's unfortunate. I got a sub on this turn. What? I've done it again. I don't know what it is with me today and clicking sub, but hopefully he just switches. I am just misplaying left, right, and center. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I honestly don't. If I clicked Hurricane on that turn, fantastic spot. Yeah. I have effectively thrown this game, and so it is what it is. If I didn't throw on that turn, then yeah, I think I'm in a good spot. I don't want this to kill, and it does. So I think now I just lose to Tapu Lele. Does Scarf knock me out from here? Yeah. Scarf will knock me out. So that is extremely unfortunate. I had light screen up on the calc as well. I think my brain is fried from the game that I had before. because I definitely had this game if I had just played a bit differently. Tailwind. Can I win with Tailwind? I gotta click it. This is absolutely my play. I've got to click it, but I don't think Urshifu can just knock this out. No, it doesn't knock out a Tapu Lele. So unfortunate, but we are going to lose this game 1-0. Honestly, if I played differently, I won this game. I 100% have thrown this. It was my own doing that I've lost this game. So I can't really be too mad. I'm just going to click Wicked Blow. It's not going to knock out a Tapu Lele. There's no calc in the world that means that it is able to not be knocked out by this. So yeah, we are going to lose 1-0. Good game to Jay. Make sure to go check out his side. Probably very confused as to why I'm clicking sub on the turns like clicking sub. But it is what it is. We are going to go out in the quarterfinals at the UPA playoffs, but we did it to ourselves, so we have nobody else to blame. Honestly, we played terribly. We didn't play well at all. So yeah, good game to Jay. Hopefully he does great in the rest of the playoffs. Wishing him all the best of luck. And if you did enjoy the battle, honestly, I'd be surprised if you did. If you did enjoy the battle, then please leave a like. We definitely had that game. If we had clicked sub on the right turns and clicked hurricane on the right turns, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I threw that game, and it feels bad, but it is what it is. We all have those games where we just randomly click buttons and throw. And it's that game. It's just that game. So yeah, if you did enjoy the battle, please leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And until the next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.